Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Welcome to Galloway Lights. I think we had like 5 inches or so of snow last night. At least that's what they say we were going to get. Today I want to get into bees and see how they're doing in this. It's like 35 degrees weather today. See if they're in a cluster or are they zooming, ready for spring. If you haven't been here before, this is a glass hive. It's got some Christmas lights in the top to try and keep them a little bit warm. So I've got an eye wave in here, and I've got some incandescent lights. And as you can see, the bees are buzzing around quite a bit. I don't know. Have they used this pollen substitute? It's actually a flower, red flower. Looks like they're in the fondant a little bit. A couple of them. The rest of them are just kind of hiding around this fondant, but they're moving around quite a bit. They're not in a tight cluster. Let's go check another colony and see how they handle the weather without the insulation around the outside. Put their light back in here. This has no temperature control, so the only problem I see is I got to come out here when it gets warmer and unplug it so they don't overheat. Let's go check another one. Well, if you've been here before, this is the Swarmstead Queen. And as you can see, this entrance is completely blocked up. There's no way for them to get out. Let's see if they're in a nice tight cluster or are they out ready to devour some food. These have the LED Christmas lights, so they're not as warm. This doesn't look like they're touching the bread. And let's see, they're a little bit active. Looks like there might have been a couple walking on the fondant, but this is fondant and sugar mix, so it's a little harder. And maybe that's not enough heat. Maybe we need the incandescent lights. Let's go check another one. These have the LED Christmas lights. Can't sting you through the plastic bag, but they are quite busy in there. And this is a mixture of fondant and sugar. So it's a little harder. Let's go check another one. Oh, I don't know how that fell out, but it looks like the pollen, the bread flour, they're not touching that. And here's some other fondant, but they can't get up in here to get to that. This colony is underneath a pear tree, so the snow is kind of broken up before it hits the ground. And this colony does not have any Christmas lights inside there to keep them warm. Let's see if they're any different. Well, this group hasn't touched the bread flour, but their fondant is pretty much all gone underneath there. At least the red stuff is. They have some of this white fondant still left over on the side, but as you can see, out of the bag, it's kind of hard as a rock. Let's go check another one. Well, this was my first swarm. It came from one of my colonies. I had a double queen colony, and because of all the excitement trying to get in the hive, I didn't check it on a regular basis, kind of left it go. And it swarmed. And I caught it in the tree right above here. And this is where I drop them in. They're very small. They have an air cover. They've got two sets of Christmas lights, LED style. I don't know if they're really doing the. Oh man, snow's falling. In the bread flour, I don't know if they're doing that, but they found it. Looks like they're into it. And it's kind of hard as a rock, and they're right underneath the lights with it. Let's move these lights right here a little bit closer to them. There we go. Maybe that'll get them a little bit warmer in this cold weather here. But it looks like they're still alive. Let's see if we can get this cover on before some more snow drops off these trees. It's supposed to start raining this afternoon, so all this snow is going to go away. At least that's what they tell us. Oh, and these are some of the incandescent lights. They kind of melted themselves to death. So you can see they get a little bit too hot. We're going to have to come up with a different design for next year. Getting a little wet out here with all the trees dripping all their snow. Let's take a look at this colony. This colony has a glass hive. It's got the Christmas lights. So theoretically, we should be able to see these bees without actually opening up the colony too much. Well, from first glance, I don't see any bees. There's that frozen bee that we saw last time. It hasn't moved. I think it's passed away. I don't see any bee activity down here at all. See quite a few dead bees in the bottom, and their entrance is completely blocked up with dead bees. This one has the Christmas lights, both incandescent and LED, and it's on top of the inner cover. That way the bees don't get into the lights. Does that make any difference? Well, it looks like the bees are on the marshmallows. Not much on the bread flour. But they are moving around. It looks like this bag is pretty much cleaned out. The fondant, that's the white fondant. The pink fondant. Oh no, that was pink fondant. That's just happened to be the lid part. I guess they can't get to it. Let me see if I can fix that. Maybe what we'll do is we'll flip this bag upside down. Maybe the bag is actually acting like a little inner cover. There we go. There, maybe now they can get to that fondant a little better. Oh, let's get this one back together and see if we can have time to look for a couple others. I don't know. Did we have it this way? Plug in our Christmas lights. Slap on the lid. Yeah. Oh, we get it. There. I think we got it. Go check another one. This one's buried under the trees. As you can see, maybe an inch of snow, because the rest of it's stuck up top. It's almost like it's raining under here. This one's got LED Christmas lights and one incandescent light set that's completely out. It looks like the bees are on the fondant, and they're right underneath there. This is a very small cluster. Let's see if we can get a better, closer look here. There's the whole bunch of them. One just got me. We lost another bee. There's the stinger. Bother. Let's cover them back up and see if they make it through the rest of the winter. Oh, and these boxes, they keep sliding around. I have the extra frames out of here, so they don't have to worry about defending them. Well, from what I can see, looks like the bees are doing fine with or without the Christmas lights, with or without incandescent lights, with or without LED lights. But time will tell. We still got a couple more weeks. I think around April is when my bees really start to get out there and fly. We still get snow even up in April. Check you out next time. Thanks for watching Galloway Lights.